Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my two girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 99. Got my coffee, cinnamon toast crunch creamer. That's going to be hard to say. Scrappy Sunday. And today is May 2nd, 2021. This is a podcast about knitting, crocheting, sometimes cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. You can find all the show notes right down there. I'll have links to my Instagram, my Ravelry group, all the links to the yarns and the bags and all that good stuff right down there. So I have my window open over here, and my husband said he was going to mow this morning, so we'll see how fast I can get this through. If not, I will have to go and close the window. That's what I'm trying to say. So you might hear, I don't know if you can hear some birds. It's kind of windy. I can hear some birds out there. It's supposed to get to like 81 today. It's like already 70 and it's, what time is it? It is 10:04 a.m. Central, not Central, Eastern Standard Time. All right, I have 2 finished objects and 6 whips. What have I done? I have had cast-on-itis, I guess. Let's see. What else do I have? What I'm reading and watching. I didn't write down what I was watching, but I did in my show notes. We'll see if I can remember when I get that far. Stash stats. I have one stash, but it's not yarn. So we'll talk about stash later. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me get a sip of coffee and we'll get started. That's good. All right, finished object number 1. Socks. Oh my word. So this was my first sock, and the orange stripe kind of ended short. So then I started with orange over here. So they kind of almost match, but not really. But I'm okay with that. This is Knitpicks Felici Rainbow. I did the heels and the toes in Knitpicks Stroll Dove Heather. I did 64 stitches, 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I put the heel at row 5, so I did 4 rounds of leg, and then I did an afterthought heel. They're so cheerful. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry for shaking the camera there. 64 stitches. Chiaogoo red lace. US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. I'll talk more about needles in my whips. So yep, another pair of socks. And my last FO. Finished my cowl. This is also Knitpicks Felici and the animal cookies. I keep wanting to say animal crackers, but and this pattern is by Noble Knits. I will link the pattern in. I have a whip of these, so you'll find the pattern in my whip section in my show notes. I really love these. They're very, very quick knits. I don't know if one of my kids is going to steal this or if I'm going to donate it. Nobody said anything while I was knitting it if they wanted it, so I'll ask again, and if not, it will go in the donation pile. And that's all of my finished objects. That's it. I have been casting on too many things and not finishing anything. So we'll see if I finish anything for next week. Alright, works in progress. Whip number 1. This is Knit for Brains on Etsy. Alright. Stitch markers are caught on each other. There we go. Yarn is Knitpicks Felici Aquarium. I bought this in fall of 2020. I noticed that Knitpicks is clearancing out their colors. I think last time I checked there's only 2 colors left. So I'm crossing my fingers that it is coming. Felici is coming. I'm so excited. I'm addicted to Felici. Alright, here is my first sock minus a heel. So this is going to be a shorty sock. This looks really ridiculous. Like, that's not going to fit your foot. Once I put that heel in, it's going to fit. So I'm doing the toes and the heels in Knitpicks Stroll Dove Heather. All of these markers are counting my rows. 10 rows per marker. Obviously this is not 10 rows. I usually do 70, is it 74 rows? 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I do 74 rows, and I put my heel at row, what is this? 6. So I do 5 rows of leg, and then I put my heel in. That's where I'm going to put my heel. And so yeah, I finished the first sock. These will probably be put on hold because it is May, and now I can work on my Desert Vista Dye Work socks, which is a whip you will see here in a second. So I don't know if I'm going to work on these or if I'm going to concentrate on my Desert Vista socks. These were my, I have 2 days before my first to cast on. I needed to cast another pair of socks on. I should have just worked on my scrappy socks, but whatever. So here's the second sock. I do Chiaogoo red lace, 32-inch cord, 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5, 64 stitches, 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Yeah, I really love this colorway. It's green. Green's my favorite. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I'll show this whip next time. We will wait and see what happens this week. I'm hoping I can finish at least one thing. But that's what happens when you have many whips and you try to work on all of them throughout the week. Some stuff will not get finished. Alright. Itch my eye. Alright, whip number 2. Another Knit for Brains bag. Mario. And this is my Scrappy Sunday sock project. Oh, I got a mess. I'm like just asking for trouble. I should have rewound that, but I didn't. So I finished the first sock minus the heel. This is pretty much the same thing as the Knitpicks Felici. 74 rows. And I did 5 rounds of leg, and then I'm gonna put my afterthought heel in there. 12 rows of 2x2 rib. But I'm gonna do the heels in Lolo Did It, Coal Miner's Daughter. And possibly the toe on the second sock. I don't know. I weighed that cake and it was like 44 grams. And I'm like, I can do the sock tubes and the heels and the toes in the same color. So I don't know. It's gonna be close. I want to try it. If it doesn't work out, I will just have one toe that's gray. It's not gonna bother me. They're scrappy. And here is the second sock. Made to the heel. I got about 16 rows. I love that. I love shorty socks because you knit the cuff, and even before you knit 10 rows, you're already at the heel. Yes, these are very fast. I will definitely be working on these today. And here is my cake that I'm like dangerously. I should have rewound it. I should have rewound it in a cake and pulled from the outside. I am pulling from the inside. And let's see. See this gray right here? This is the end of the cake. Right there. And I end the toe on this gray. I did save a little bit from when okay, wait. I did the toe, I kitchen-dirred. I cut the rest of this gray off because it worked out. They're gonna match. So I cut the gray out, but I saved it. So if I need it to finish the toe and kitchener, I can do it. So it's gonna be close. Yeah, I should rip on this. I'm just like, be gentle. Be gentle with the cake. But I didn't tell you what yarn this was. Did I? Did I say that? I don't think I did. Kirby Werby in the Old Farm Witches. This says Old Farm Witches with Nom Nom for Us David Mini, but the Nom Nom for Us David Mini is not in here because I made a hat with this yarn previously. I know I took a little bit out for my blanket, and I don't know where the rest of it is. I don't know if it's gone or if that was it. Whatever was left for my blanket was all that was left. So that is that. So yeah, it just worked out where I could get the two repeats is in the sock. So wish me luck. Like I said, if it doesn't work out, I can always do a gray toe for one sock. They are scrappy. And that's the same needles, Chiaogoo's red lace, 2.5 millimeter, US 1.5, 32-inch cord. That is pretty much what I use for my socks, all of them. So if I say 2.25, I am not talking correctly. Alright, here are my Desert Vista Dye Works socks. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. Oh, pre-stash, I bought another bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. Shh. It's not yarn, it's not yarn. I think I ordered it on... Somebody showed it on their podcast. Which one was it? Oh, I can't remember. I think it's Knitting... Army Wife Knitting Life podcast? I don't know if that's what her podcast is or if that's what her Instagram is, but there's a bag with cats, knitting cats with glasses, and I went to Bags by Awesome Granny, and she had them in stock, so I bought one. I think I bought this size, so anyway, future stash. Alright, I got far on these, surprisingly, since yesterday was the first. I did not cheat. I did wind the skeins prior to May 1st, but I did not cast on, so Desert Vista Dye Works. And this is Monopoly. Half skeins. So there's 2 colors that are 50 grams each. I will show them. I showed them last week. This was the winner of, I posted 2 colors last week on Instagram. I did a poll and I asked on here, and Monopoly won. Monopoly was the winner. So I don't have to show the cake, but I will. This is the Monopoly money, which it is. It's dead on. And she even did it in the colors like the, here's the sock. So you got the 1s, the 5s, the 10s. Like 1, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, and 500s. Oh. And it worked out where I got some glare going. But, oh, so this is what I got done. I got 42 rows done. Yeah. So here's what I got. These are going to be regular tall link socks because you have to use at least 50 grams or more of the cake. And my shorty socks do not use that amount. They use like 40 something, 43 or 44 grams. So tall socks this time, so they will take me a little bit longer. Same needles, Chiaogoos, those are my favorite. 2.5 millimeters, 32-inch cord. Yeah, 2x2 rib, 64 stitches, and these are counting my rows. Not to the heel yet. I think I put the heel at row 74. I have a little cheat sheet where I write down all of my heels and how many rows and all that stuff. It's been a while since I've done a long sock, so I'm going to have to go back and look at it. But so here's the first sock. And here's the color of the second sock. I do not have a cast on. But this is the Monopoly board. And as I was winding it, it goes in the perfect order of the border. Oh, just love it. This one will probably change my hands colors because of the blue in there. Pretty much every color that has blue in it, I have dye in my hands. But it's okay. It washes off. It's not permanent. But I love these colors. So bright and cheerful. So one sock will be this color, one sock will be this color. I'm not going to switch heels or toes or anything like that. I think I'm just going to do solid, all one color. Probably because I'm not sure if that darker color is going to bleed on this sock. I don't want to chance that, so I might just have to wash them separate. All right, whip number 4. Are you hanging in there? I hope you got your knitting with you, or crocheting, or whatever crafty thing. Or if you're folding laundry, it's cool too, I guess. Laundry has to be done. This is Freckled Whimsy bag. This is a very old bag. She does not sell bags anymore. But I will link her shop because she has awesome yarn. This will probably not get done. I don't know. I try to work on these cowls in the evenings. But obviously I did not work that much on this. As I have a cuff done and 3 rows. Those stitch markers are going to be counting my rows. This is a cowl. Did I write the pattern down? No, I did not, but I did in the show notes. My show notes are more in-depth than my written notes. My written notes are yarn and bag, and then that's pretty much it. So this is another cowl by Noble Knits, sock yarn cowl. This is Knitpicks Felici. I pretty much have all the colors, but this is Carrot Cake. I love this color. And do I have the tag? Yep, Knitpicks Felici Carrot Cake. I bought this in summer 2020. I like to write that down, just for giggles. Yeah, so here it is. I'm using Chiaogoo's US 4. Yep, US 4, 3.5 millimeter, 16-inch cord. And yeah, I do 8 rows of rib and 50 rows of knit, and then I do 8 more rows of rib. Sorry, I'm listening to my children. I'm getting sidetracked. Distracted. So yeah, I usually work on this in the evenings because it's just knitting and knitting and knitting. It's my very mindless, perfect TV knitting. So I don't know if that'll be done. I would like to have at least 1 pair of socks done. I don't know. I can do it. I can do it. All right, that is that whip. Whip number 5. This is a bag that my mom made for me. I cut out all the stuff and she sewed it for me because it's me and sewing machines. We don't get along. All right, this is my paint pan cowl by Wendy of Warm Stripes. This is a Christmas gift. It's kind of on the back burner, but not really. I try to work on it at least 1 day a week. So you might be seeing this for a long time. Once I get all of the colors in here, then I don't know if I'll be showing it very often. I don't want to bore you guys. Here it is. Oh, I'm getting close to having all the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I have 6 more colors, and that will be all of them. So here it is. I do a provisional cast on. What am I using for these? US 6, 4 millimeter. There's my stitch marker where I was the last time. That is a lumberjack beaver. Oh my word. You can't see it very well, but he's got a little hat on. That is by Simply Serving. What else? The background gray color is Knitpicks Stroll Ash. This purple is also Knitpicks Stroll, but this is in, what was this, Paisley Heather. These colors are all a pineapple yarn mini set. And the red that I'm going to end with blah 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 is strawberry Knitpicks Stroll. So we got some Knitpicks Stroll and some pineapple yarns mixed together. I'm going to try to do the repeat 3 times. We'll wait and see how far these minis, the pineapple yarn minis, were 10 grams each. I have to hold them double. I didn't say that. Fingering weight held double. This is a DK weight pattern, or fingering weight double. Yeah. So I'll get through 2 repeats, and then I will see if I can do another one. My foot is really falling asleep, so I'm going to have to readjust myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh. It doesn't look like much right now, but once I get all those colors in, it's going to be beautiful. Alright, let me rearrange myself for the last whip. Oh, I gotta show you my t-shirt. I got a new t-shirt. A new knitting t-shirt. I bought this on Redbubble. Ouch. Kevin and Ray from Needles at the Ready podcast both got new t-shirts of this. Wasn't this one exactly, but yeah, they made me buy the shirt. That's what I'm trying to say. So it says winter is, let's see if I can show it without flashing you. Winter is coming. Knit faster. Game of Thrones. Oh, I just saw this and I'm like, I have to get it. So if you go to redbubble.com and type in the search bar like knitting or knit, they have like a whole bunch of knitting t-shirts. It was hard not to buy more. Anyway, that's my t-shirt. If you're wondering, if you're like, why is it all I can see is winter? What are you wearing here? All right. Last whip. It's just in this tote bag by Dyed in the Wool. I don't know if they have a website. I won this in a giveaway. This is my biggest bag. I need a bigger bag with a zipper on it. But I have not purchased it. Alright, I do not have the pattern printout because I don't have a printer. But I'm pretty sure everybody has heard of this pattern. This is the Vertices Unite by Stephen West. So a couple of my friends, Aquila from the Lefty Knitter podcast, Andrea from the Cat Lady podcast, and Amy from the Happy Little Yarn podcast, decided that let's all knit this together. So it's a little impromptu knit together, knit along. I have never knit a Stephen West pattern before. I have knit, I think, 2 shawls. This is a shawl pattern. I've knit 2 shawls in my knitting career, lifetime. I don't usually wear shawls, but the ones that I made were small, so I decided to make this larger, and we'll see if I wear it. I wasn't going to do it because I don't have, all of my stash is self-striping. Pretty much, I'll probably say like 98% of it is self-striping. I do not have, I think I have maybe 4 skeins that are tonal, and they do not go together whatsoever. And I want to save those for hats. So I said, well, what if I do it in self-striping? So I did. So I decided, well, what if I do it in Knitpicks Felici scraps? Because you all know how much I love Felici. And I have a ton of scraps. I have 2 blankets going with it. And yeah, and I still have a bunch. So here is what I got. I'll stop teasing you and I'll show what I got. So I'm knitting a shawl, guys. Who am I? Look how this is striped up. I love it. So far, so good. When we get to the second section, I'm getting kind of nervous because I don't know. I've never done short rows, and I think there's short rows in it. So I am just going to do what the pattern tells me and hope for the best. But this is what I have so far. I'll need to get a stitch marker. Well, actually I can use this one. This one was just marking the right side and wrong side. But now I had the pattern down so for this section, so I can move it up. But yeah, I cast on this on Tuesday. Ta-da! I'm using Knitter's Pride. Oh, and that has rubbed off. Let me get the package out. Knitter's Pride Dreamz US 4. 32-inch cord, because this is what I had in my stash of needles. I did not want to buy needles. I did not want to buy yarn. So all I had to do is buy the pattern. And I'm cool with that. But yeah, I like how this is striped up. Excuse me. So yeah, and I can work on this today because this is a scrappy project. Oh, so excited. We've been chatting back and forth to see how many stitches we're at. This is not a race. We're just updating our progress. I think 3 of us are doing the large size and 1 of us is doing the small size. So I don't know when I'm going to finish this. I feel like this is going to be monstrous. I think I'm at 53 stitches right now, and I have to get to 90 before I start decreasing. Oh my. But I'm having fun working on it. It's different, which is good, right? You gotta have something different. So this is the 2 colors that I'm holding together right now. I think this is Treehouse, Knitpicks Felici, and I think this one is Chelsea. So I'm just going to keep knitting until this one's gone for this first section, and I might add something else. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. If it says 2 colors hold together, I'm going to try to pick very contrasty colors. And yeah. And I finally watched the video that everybody's been talking about. Stephen West, was it Weavin' Stephen? Tutorial on how to weave your ends in as you go, and I watched it and I'm like, what? That is magical. So I will be doing that, obviously, because this is all scraps. And these are Cocoa Knit stoppers. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to just knit them on these needles. We'll see what happens when it gets bigger. I think it'll be okay. But yep, I am loving it. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. I tried to look up videos for this pattern and like tutorials, like how to pick up stitches. I couldn't find anything on YouTube, and there's no links in the pattern, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm pretty sure the ones that I'm going to pick up, they're V's, and it looks pretty easy to pick up, so I think I can do it. I got this, right? I knit socks. I can knit a shawl, right? It's just a flat piece. It's not a tube or anything. Alright, that is all of my whips. That is everything. All of the yarny goodness. We will talk about, did I say stash stats? We're going to talk about that too here in a second. First, I'll show you my little teeny tiny stash that is not yarn. I bought a pin. I usually don't buy pins. That is, you can't read that. It says Summer Sock Camp. Got this from Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady. She has pre-orders up in her shop if you would like to pre-order one of these. Crazy Sock Lady Designs on Etsy. So I'm going to be putting on this on one of my bags for Summer Sock Camp. Oh, I'm so excited. I always knit socks all the time, but I don't know, Summer Sock Camp just makes me want to knit more socks. So that is all my stash. I have no yarn. Knitpicks Felici new colors have not been released. I did buy an advent calendar yesterday, but that's my Christmas present. And that's not coming until Christmas. So that doesn't count. I bought the Yarn Hoarder / Yarn Cafe Creations Harry Potter advent. Oh, I'm so excited. I really wanted a Harry Potter one, and I was hoping that someone would do a Harry Potter one, and they're doing one. I'm so excited. So yes, I did buy yarn, but I bought myself a Christmas present. Alright, reading and watching. I finished a lot of books this week. I went reread crazy because I'm trying to catch up. I think I'm like 6 books behind schedule now. So I finished The Tunnel of Bones which is book 2 of The City of Ghosts. I really like those books. They're not young adult, they're like middle grade books. Pretty much all of these are audiobooks, except for one. Let's see, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I reread that. George's Marvelous Medicine. Those two are by, I don't know how to say his name. Is it Roald Dahl? I don't know. You know who I'm talking about, right? If you don't, I will spell it down in the show notes for you. I also read Charlotte's Web, another classic. This might be cheating because they're all little kid books, but I'm still counting them. And I also finished The Toll, which is the 3rd book in the Scythe series, which is a young adult Grim Reaper book. If you're into Grim Reapers, I would highly suggest those books. I really enjoyed them. They were just a little too long for me. That's all I'm saying. I think the last book was like 600 pages. That's why I'm getting behind, because I'm reading bigger books. I need to pick shorter books. Alright, so those are all the books that I finished. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Alright, I'm currently reading Morning Star by Pierce Brown. That is book 3 in the Red Rising series. I read those 2 books a long time ago, and I don't know, I just stopped. Probably because, squirrel. Other pretty books to read. So I've decided to go back and start that series again. I'm kind of lost, but I'm going to keep going with it. Because it's probably been 3 or 4 years. I don't even know when they came out, but anyway. And I am also reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. That is book 4 in the Court of Thorn and Roses series. So far, so good. I've read 1 through 3 before. And yeah, it's pretty good. Both those are, nope. The Court of Silver Flames, that one is an audiobook, and The Morning Star is a Kindle book, which I got from the library, and I have 2 weeks to read it. So I need to get myself into bed like a half hour or like 45 minutes early so I can read and finish it. I have found that if I don't have a library book, if I just like purchase it on Amazon or use one of my Audible credits, I have a hard time finishing them. I need the deadline. I need the 2 or 3 weeks. That helps motivate me to finish it. So, both of those ones that I just mentioned are library books. So, hoping to finish at least the audiobook. Because I can usually, I like to listen to audiobooks and knit. And since I can't watch TV or watch YouTube podcasts, that is how I get my entertainment during the day. While my kids are doing school and my husband's working. So that's my reading and watching. I'm going to move again. Alright, we're going to talk about stash stats real quick, and then we'll do life stuff. April. I did really awesome this month. Just saying. Yes, I bought some yarn. I'm pretty sure 2 I bought in April. The other 4 were like, I ordered a while ago, and they finally came into my possession. If I remember correctly. Anyway. So April, in the stash, I had 141 skeins. I used 12, and I added 6. So I think that's pretty good. So then I divided it up in categories here. Patton's Croy, 18. Let's see if I can read backwards. It's backwards for me. It's not for you. Knitpicks Felici, 31. Indie Dyed, 72. Red Heart 3, that went down because I knit my dad's slippers. West Yorkshire Spinners 8, and Regia 3. So now I am at, how many skeins in the stash do I have? 135. So I went down a little bit. I should go down more this time because I haven't bought any. I don't know, we'll see. Mother's Day is coming. Mustache Yarn usually does May the 4th be with you Star Wars yarn update, but I haven't seen anything in her Instagram, and I haven't read anything in her newsletter, and May 4th is Tuesday. So I don't know if she's going to do it or not. That has been my Mother's Day gift for the past couple years. I mean, I have pretty much all the colors that I like, so we'll see. Yeah, she might just spring it on everybody and like, here's new colors. And usually she says, all right, this is when it's going to be updated at this time. So I don't know, maybe she's not doing that this time. I know she does updates on Tuesday, which is May 4th, so we'll just wait and see. All right, life stuff. It's getting warmer. It's windy. It sounds like my husband has not started mowing yet, so we might be okay. And my camera has not cut me off. I had an update today, so I was hoping that helped. So far, so good. We're at 41 minutes, so I need to, or almost 42 minutes. So, life stuff. I got my hair cut. Oh my word. It is about shoulder length. It was like down to here. Now, yes, my hair is curly, but that is like about 6 inches. Oh, it felt so freeing. I usually get my hair cut like once a year, and I like to chop like several inches off. I just love that feeling of, I'm just waving around my pin. I love the feeling of, usually like springtime, just get rid of all that dead split end hair, and it just feels so good. So, and last year I could not do that because by time the hair salons were able to open, it was like July. Yes, I could have got it done in July, but I like to cut it short in May so that by fall it grows out a little bit more so I don't look weird in my hats. I don't know. I'm weird like that. It makes sense in my mind, but I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. So that is pretty much the only a fun and exciting thing that happened this week. I was tired of my hair and I couldn't stand it anymore. My last haircut was May 2019. So I was very overdue for a haircut. And, you know, since I don't have bangs, I can go a long time without getting my hair cut. Yeah, it's starting to warm up. Like I said, it's supposed to be 81 degrees today. I really don't have anything else. Knitting plans today. I would like to work on that shawl. I would also like to work on my scrappy Kirby Werby socks. I'll probably work on those today. Plan on going outside at some point. I think after lunch we're gonna go for a walk, or whenever my husband is done mowing the lawn. He hasn't started yet. I don't know if he had to go to the store to get something. Yeah, I'm just rambling, so I guess I will end it here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there in the description comment box, whatever that's called. I do read them. And next week is episode 100. That's exciting. I can't believe 100 episodes. That's bonkers. I don't even know when my first episode was. If I've been doing this, I know it was summertime. This might be year 3. That can't be right. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look up when my first episode was. Yes, so I will be doing a giveaway. I have yarn and a bag set aside right now. I don't know if I'll add I have one ball of Knitpicks Felici that's a duplicate of these. So I might just throw that in there for giggles. And I'll have that in my Ravelry group. And I'll probably have it, I don't like saying this, but it's probably going to be US only because shipping is too expensive for international shipping. It's expensive, and I'm sorry, I know there's international people that watch this. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I can't. It's going to have to be US only. So I will leave that open. Next week I'll talk about it more. I'll leave it open for probably a month or so you can enter it in my Ravelry group because that's just easier for me to pick a winner that way. Yeah. Alright. I'm going for real now. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I know I already said that. But that's how I end these things. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.